Hello, my name is Jaybear, and welcome to my survival series. This is episode 8. In last episode, I built the villager breeder right there above my head, and then I built this iron farm, and you can see right up there, we've got a golem burning, iron's going into the chest. This thing is working, and I'm very happy with that. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some walls around these villagers here and make sure that should any stray arrow from one of the pillagers or a skeleton or anything else, that they'll be safe. I want to make sure that these guys don't get killed. And eventually I'm going to put a building up around this, but for now, just making sure that these guys are safe is my top priority. And I want to make a safe AFK room here as well, so that I can go AFK here and just leave the game run for a long time and see how much iron I can get. I'm very curious to see how much iron I can get out of this, because I need a lot of iron to finish up my storage system over here, so I want to try to get stacks upon stacks of it. So we're going to do that. We're going to start building these up and see if we can get these villagers safe. Well, hello. As you can see, well, I'm kind of surrounded here, but this is the building that I've built up just quick and dirty around the villagers to keep them safe. This is not the permanent building. This was temporary, just so that I could get something put up and a safe place that I could go AFK when I went to sleep and when I was gone at work the next day. And it's been, about 18 hours? Yeah, it's been about 18 hours AFK here in this little room while iron golems are burning up above. And I'm curious to see how much iron I have. I got these 3 Endermen walking around in here that have teleported themselves in here. I'm going to have to be careful with them. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a safe place that I can get under here. They can't get me under here. And now I can look at them, and I can... Well, maybe this will just teleport them out of here. Yeah. And just stay outside. Go out there and you just be mad out there, Mr. Enderman. Alright, anyway, let's see if we can get rid of this guy. Hey, come here. Endermen are so annoying. Alright, anyway, I think the Endermen have given up on me. Let's see what we got here as far as iron goes. Wow. This chest is completely filled. That hopper's filled. I wonder if my system is overflowing. Nope, we have not overflowed. So, only up to this chest here, but that's a lot of iron. I wonder if the other side is about the same way. Not as much on this side, although, do I have extra hoppers here? Let's see, I got 2 hoppers on this side. Then a chest that's about halfway full. And a double chest. And then, so I got the double chest, then I got 3 hoppers, and more than a chest. I wonder why this side produces more. That's interesting. I wonder if there's a reason for that. I don't know. They're identical, except that the chest is on the side, and it's on the front over here. That shouldn't make any difference, but for some reason one side produces more than the other. But I've got tons of iron now. That's very, very helpful. And look at all these guys. Jeez. Go AFK for 18 hours and there's just mobs everywhere. And I haven't slept yet, so I'm probably going to have phantoms after me. I guess I really need to go around and mob-proof a lot of this area so that when I'm going AFK I don't have just an army of stuff spawning around. Even though it's safe, I'd still rather not come back and find a bunch of Endermen hanging out in my room with me here. Alright, so anyway, I got tons of iron now. I have had some Endermen. Maybe one, maybe two, I'm not sure how many. But they seem to like hanging out. Yeah, there's two of them down in there. They seem to like hanging out down here on my steps. Where are they? There he comes. Alright, so it takes care of one of them. Where's the other one at? I don't know. But anyway, I gotta do something about this. Because I'm tired of these guys just hanging out down in here. Why are they spawning? Oh, because this is 3 blocks high. But it's completely lit up. So why would they spawn in here? They're not walking up the steps. Maybe they're teleporting in there? So, by the way, one thing you might have noticed in some of my videos, when I close up a mine, I board it up. I have that down in my mine, down near diamond level, that I've boarded up some of the tunnels that I've dug down there that I don't need to go down any further because it's just kind of exhausted that area where I run into lava and things. I think that's kind of a nice way to do it, to kind of show me, hey, don't go this way anymore, and to make it look like a mine with a section that has been boarded up and closed off. So now that I've got the iron farm functioning, I will make this building look better at some point. I know it's very, very ugly, but I will do something with it. I'm not sure what yet. I'd still like to be able to look in and see the zombie and the villagers in there, but I also want to make it look like it belongs in the town, and it's kind of a tall building, so it's going to be a little tricky. But anyway, now that I have plenty of iron, I'm going to come back to my storage system here, and I'm going to continue expanding this. And so this section with the 3 chests high, this is going to be for blocks where I expect to have a ton of them. You know, like cobblestone and stone and dirt and that kind of stuff. And all the stuff from my mob grinder, there's going to be a lot of every single one of these items. But there's going to be other items that I'm going to have that I don't need 3 chests for. And so I'm going to not just have this sorting system here, but I'm going to have a different style of sorting system as well that's going to put multiple items in each chest. So for example, maybe I'll have one chest that has everything minecart related. I'll have minecarts. Well, minecarts don't stack, so that won't work. But all the different types of rails could go in there. Just different things like that. And like redstone, I could have maybe one chest that has all of the various redstone items in it. So I'm going to make a bunch of hoppers. I might need to harvest some more wood. And that's something else that's going to go in the bulk storage here is wood. In fact, that's probably the next thing I should add on here is wood. And yeah, I don't know if I have enough because each hopper takes a chest and every chest takes 8 planks. That's a lot of wood that just goes into those hoppers, and then I need all of these chests and item frames take wood as well. So I might need to do some more tree harvesting. We'll see. But that's what I'm going to do now, and so hopefully get this storage system seriously expanded out and finally take care of some of the random stuff sitting around. But also, like, I have this kind of automated system for smelting items that come from my mob grinder into gold nuggets and iron nuggets. Well, I probably don't need the iron anymore since I have the iron farm. And is the gold really worth it? That I should save that stuff? I don't know. I'll have to think about that, but it would be really nice if I could automatically send that stuff into a smelter. So I'm wondering if I build this into the system where the hoppers come through and automatically load that, if the items that can be smelted will go in automatically. I don't know. I'm going to have to test that out and see what I can do. But anyway, that's what I'm going to start working on next. Before starting on the storage system, I realized I didn't have enough wood to make all of the chests and hoppers that I was going to need. So I decided I better harvest some wood. And so over in the corner, I planted some oak trees, used some bone meal, and a little bit of a collection system just to quickly catch all of the saplings and sticks that it drops. Then I started on the storage system, expanding it out a little bit. I wanted to make sure that I had enough storage space for all the different types of logs. But I realized I didn't have any acacia. And so I went out and gathered up some acacia logs and some saplings. That way I can grow as much acacia as I want in the future. I don't know if I'll need it, but it's nice to have it as an option. And while I was in the area, I decided to stop by and fill my inventory with sand from my sand pit. Might as well not return to my base with an empty inventory. And so then I was able to expand the storage system to include all of the different types of logs. And that was it for my play session that day, and I went AFK again at my iron farm, and I accidentally left the replay mod recording the entire time I was away. I tried to make a time lapse of the entire, say 17, 18 hours, but it just wouldn't render. And it would be flashing from day to night every single second. So here you have about 25 minutes worth of a time lapse. Alright, so you can see I've got my storage system expanded a little bit here. That's not all that I'm going to expand. I'm definitely going to do more than this. And if you see something in my hand, it's something that I never really thought that I would use in Minecraft, a diamond hoe. Enchanted diamond hoe even, unbreaking and efficiency. And the purpose of that is this. Just to quickly get rid of all of these leaves. First one that I enchanted, I ended up with Silk Touch. So I can quickly gather leaves using that one, which will be kind of nice in case I ever decide that I'm going to want to use leaves for something. I'm sure I will use them for some landscaping here and there, but I do have quite a few of them already. None in there, but I've got quite a few already. I am going to continue with this system a little bit further. I don't know what all is going to go into this, but so far these are the blocks that I know that I'm going to have a lot of. I mean, maybe not those three. I probably didn't need 3 chests for those. But all the rest of these, I definitely want a lot of space to store all of these blocks. As for what else I need to put in here, I'm not quite sure yet. I do want to expand this side out to include the rest of the mob drops, which are currently going into here. ender pearls and gunpowder and slime balls, those types of things. I want to expand it to include those. Like I said before, perhaps automatically smelt the armor that comes in. But there's another type of sorting system that I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put it. It's 9 blocks wide in total, and my current sorting system is 6 blocks wide, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7 blocks wide. So it's going to be 2 blocks wider. So maybe I'll just come off of this wall, but it's also pretty tall. And that's one reason I haven't put a roof on this yet, is because I don't know exactly what the storage system is going to be like and how tall it's going to be. And you can see here, I'm already up over the walls that I had built here originally. And this other storage system I have in mind is a multi-item sorter, and I believe it's even taller than this. I think it's 6 chests high. So, well, that comes up to about here, but I think it extends another block or two even above that. So it's pretty tall. But before I can make that, I'm going to need to be able to make observers. And I need a lot more comparators and other redstone components. And one thing I'm going to need for that is quartz. And I've only got this 27 left right here. So, back into the nether we go. I got to go look for some quartz to be able to do what I want to do with this. I could probably expand it a little bit more, but I'm going to need that quartz. So I'm going to head into the nether, see if I can gather up a bunch of that. But one other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this string. I'm going to craft up a bunch of wool. I'm going to take some wood in there with me so I can make beds. Because there is a mining technique for looking for netherite where you use beds to blow up some of the area. I figure, well, while I'm looking for quartz, I might as well gather up some netherite, if possible. Or, well, ancient debris. I gotta find the ancient debris to make the netherite scraps. So anyway, that's what I'm going to work on next. Alright, so I'm down here in the nether. I am down at level y equals 14, which is what I have seen in tutorials that I'm supposed to go to find netherite. Even though I am a little distracted now, I was supposed to be in here looking for quartz more than anything else. But anyway, you can see I've got these beds placed here, and the technique is to put a hole as far as you can reach, which is 5 blocks. Place the bed as far away as possible, and then you've got enough blocks between you and the bed that you should only take a little bit of damage. So hopefully this works. I'm a little nervous here. It's the first time I've done this, so let's hope I don't die. Okay, not much damage at all. And then I need to stand here. Hit that one, and I'm on fire. Alright, that's not too bad. Any ancient debris? Oh, look. There's one right there. How easy is that? Well, I guess I gotta get over there alive. Oh, look at that. Why am I on fire? Oh. Maybe scaffolding's not the best thing to use in the nether. I guess I put it near a flame. Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3. 3 ancient debris. Now why am I on fire? Alright, I guess I shouldn't be using scaffolding. It's catching on fire way too easily. I guess I should just pillar up with netherite. It's not like I'm going to need all this netherite that I'm going to be picking up anyways. But look at that. 3 ancient debris already with just the first 2 beds. So my trip to the Nether, I was able to gather up plenty of quartz, but I'm more interested in, not that chest, this one. Look at this. I have 4 netherite scraps. We'll get to the quartz in a second. So, I can make a netherite ingot. And then I need a smithing table, which I believe I use iron nuggets and, or not iron nuggets, iron ingots, and I think I need cobblestone. Is that what I use to make that? Let's see. Yep, there it is, a smithing table. Alright, and what should I make my first netherite item? I'm thinking this pickaxe should be my very first netherite item. There we go. And you know, it looks like it's stone, doesn't it? Looks like an enchanted stone pickaxe. But anyway, that'll be nice. Hopefully it'll mine a little bit faster. And then as far as the quartz goes, if we take a look in here, I have a lot more. I will probably have to go back and get more eventually, but this is good enough that I can get moving on the storage system. But I did have some trouble recording. I did do this, where I now have the iron and poppies. Are those poppies? Yeah, poppies. I always think they're roses, but they're poppies. I have all of this going down into storage here. I've been turning all the iron ingots into blocks just because it stores better. And look at that. Look how much iron I have now. And I still have the iron farm running. And I also did this where the iron now comes right down directly into the storage system. And I also added a couple items over here. Netherrack and magma blocks. Just because I could. I've been trying to get my storage a little more organized, getting chests taken away from over there and putting everything down over here. And also because I have villagers over here and up here, I've been having cats spawning and wandering around in my base here. I'm gonna have to tame some of them and make them my pet. I also have been cleaning up this area, got rid of several chests in here, put a floor in there, and Endermen still teleport in here with me, which is kind of annoying. But the way that this works now is when an iron golem dies, I always fall down right here. I really need to do something about the landscaping here. Alright, where's that iron golem at? Right there. So when he dies, his drops will go into the hopper and then into that dropper right there, and they will get shot out. They'll fall down there into a water stream that runs underneath the building and takes them over right into my storage system, into the automatic sorter. So that's going to make dealing with the drops from my iron farm much easier. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue expanding this storage system, but I'm also going to start working on the multi-item sorter, which I think is going to go over here. It's 9 blocks wide. Let's get some scaffolding here and count this out. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I was hoping to keep 3 blocks in between. So it would come out to here. So that's 5 blocks. So I'd have to go 4 blocks into the wall. It might just be worthwhile at this point. Yeah, I should probably just tear down this wall and move it back. I think that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to tear it down all at once. I think I'm just going to tear it down as I'm building, just to get it out of the way, and then put a wall up behind the sorting system once it's built. I think that's probably the best way to go about doing it. Alright, so I'm going to get started with that, and hopefully we can get this sorting system so it's all running together eventually, because right now it's basically 3 separate systems, and I want one system for everything. Alright, let's get started. Well, as you could see, things didn't go quite as expected while I was working on my storage system. I had a raid come and just keep coming with waves after waves of pillagers and evokers until finally the Vex showed up. And that was probably the most difficult part, was dealing with the Vex. But I survived. My villagers, they all survived. I am very, very glad that I built this ugly building around them, and that my village breeder is all fully enclosed to make sure that everybody was safe. So I made it through and got some goodies. I didn't get a chance to collect everything because it was just coming so fast that I didn't have a chance to run around collecting stuff, but I got some totems of them dying and saddles and emeralds. Not a lot of stuff, but hey, I've got some things. But it really took me away from what I was trying to do here for a little while. But I do have this module of the sorting system put together. And the way I've kind of structured this is I've got stone up in these modules here. Then I go to masonry. But I don't have a lot. I've got bricks and some clay balls. And this will be for like terracotta and maybe concrete will go in this. And so I'm using scaffolding as a placeholder because the way this system works is I have to have every slot filled with something because it runs through hoppers, and all of the overflow items will end up in this chest down here, which won't be down there permanently because I'm going to expand this out to more modules. And I'm thinking, you know what, if I just do it along this wall, that might be enough. Because there's certain things, like, I'm not going to have 3 chests full. Like, I've got 9 chests just for iron in case this starts overflowing. And you can see I've got a lot of iron. I've also got a lot of iron blocks and poppies, which I'll make some red dye, but then probably just compost the rest of it. But anyway, like some of these things, like jungle trapdoors. I will probably only ever have 1 stack of jungle trapdoors. And so the way this system works is it will only put items into the storage that are already in here. So if I put something else through here, say a netherite ingot, it will not go into storage. It would end up over here in this chest. So, I've got 1 empty spot right there. Let's see, we'll just put another flint there. And so, like I said, I got stone, masonry, then I've got wood, and then I've got plants down here, and then I've got animal type things like cows and chickens and sheep. Precious things, but it's kind of things you mine out, and then I've just got some tools in here. Miscellaneous stuff, I just didn't know how to categorize some of these things, just a variety of items. Sugarcane, books and paper, redstone, and then leaves. So the way that this works is this is the input chest right here, and I currently have nothing in here because everything that I've got that needs input into the system is up here. So I'm going to grab a hopper and I'm going to put this hopper here and this one here, so that way we're loading this chest, and then it comes out through a hopper chain below this chest, runs back there into the system, which brings it up through droppers up to the top, passes it down through hoppers until it finds where it's supposed to go. And let's see, what are we taking in right now? Cobblestone stairs, which would be up here. Oh, you can see the mossy stone bricks flowing in. There we go. There's a cobblestone stairs flowing in. So I think this will be a good way to store things that I'm not going to have a whole lot of. I still need to get all 3 systems all connected up into one system. And I'm going to continue expanding this. But right now, that's all I've got time for. This episode is already super long. Oh, and by the way, I have Hero of the Village. I don't really need this. My villagers, when I tested it out to see what they would give me, they were throwing me seeds. Nothing special. I've got it for right now. It's going to go away soon. But yeah, it was the first time I ever fought off a raid like that, and it was actually not all that difficult. I did most of my fighting from a tower that I built out of scaffolding, and I'm thinking maybe what I'm going to need to do in the future is build something around those villagers there that I can fight future raids from. But anyway, that's it for this episode. If you liked it, please leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It is free. Did you know that? There's no charge for it whatsoever. All right, I'll see you next time.